Sehabi in the third, fourth playoff of Toronto last year. And I played Ali a couple times. He's really good.
Yeah. Ali has a lot of tops. I'm aware of that. And Sehabi.
This is number 9 for Ali.
Number 9? Yeah. That's really good.
That's a good amount. I only have 4 or 5.
I have 4.
I think that's with inflation though. If we're counting ARGs. Oh shit. I mean, oh shoot. Hold on. What did Bowden say?
Bowden's watching? Tell him good luck at Worlds.
Man, that Drake Stack picture is priceless. Hey, while they're shuffling, just read that real quick.
Dalton said he's winning this. Dalton said he's winning this.
There's no
Because he's the best.
I promise you I guess.
He says he's going to see Jeff.
You can't read it?
No, I'm so blind.
You're blind.
I really am.
You need glasses.
I
You wear
have
glasses?
very bad eyes. No, I just should though.
That is a lot.
Pat. You read now?
No.
So
if I get closer.
This is a rematch of Jeff and Sehabi.
We're almost there.
There it is, the funniest thing I've ever posted, Bowden Temnick. Oh yeah, you played him too, huh? He's in the second place club as well.
Yeah, I got my own little club going.
Who? Oh.
Yeah,
Alex.
me. Yeah, we're platinum card holders of the second place club to Patrick Coben. Me, Master P, a.k.a. Scott Page.
Bowden.
Bowden.
Keener and Bowden.
Hey man, hold on. Got me with you, buddy. Bye, Alexis.
So Infernity mirror match. Well, not this, but that's going to be interesting with Ollie and Parker.
Yeah, Ollie and Parker, which is a secondary feature match. Oh boy.
But Jeff Jones did beat Sehabi yesterday on the last round of day 1. Slight misplay from Sehabi, he told me afterwards.
You know, thinking about this matchup, I would kind of think it would be in Sehabi's favor.
Because there's no floodgates.
Yeah, I would think that like he would just be able to overwhelm Yamato's and. I guess
And there's the possibility of if he plays infantry to make Turtle not be able to respond to infantry also with the Megalo.
You know, Patrick, I think we've talked about this before, but the fact that Mermails play title just make it so hard for Bujin to win, I feel like.
Yeah. I think that Mermails can just like completely overwhelm Bujin.
Yeah.
I just really don't enjoy the hat matchup with Mermails.
I agree. Honestly, like Mermails seem like they have a good Bujin matchup, but really past that, I don't know how much else I would think they have.
Apparently,
a good
lot of
matchup
people
against.
say they have tough time, like when they're playing hat, they have a tough time against water. I don't really understand why that is. I mean, I guess if you hit artifacts.
It seems like you just go set a hand, and then
It's just
like they're like, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
What else do I do? Like they try and make Dweller, but usually the problem is when they set a hand, it usually is accompanied by 3 or 4 back row.
Right. So.
Stop one Dweller, and it seems like it'd be really, really tough for Mermail to win.
Yeah. Hold on. Sorry, what are you doing right now? Right now? Right now? Is anyone just not doing anything?
Welcome to the top 8. We are going to go every time from here on out. This is not mean, it's slow play. Slow plays will still be enforced.
So Jeff won the die roll?
Alright, so he took Tinky
Right here, like even if it's being played itself.
over
Over Bottomless and
It's like right here.
Bujin Carnation.
Like, you don't need to go
Bottomless
anywhere.
and
I'll just give you
Carnation,
like, yeah. right, thank you so much.
I haven't watched Jeff play this weekend, so I don't really know how he's playing Bujins. I don't know if he's going with like decrees and the,
No, I
the
saw
Kaiser
a
or
fiendish
heavier
chain.
traps.
I'm
So
pretty
heavier
sure he's
traps?
playing Kaiser because Alex Van Sant was making a little joke to Desmond, "Come see me at the Coliseum."
Alright, so you just searched that here and discarded it, right?
Yeah.
Future match players, remember,
Ooh.
this is untimed,
So
but
since
we
Jeff
will
started.
still be enforcing slow plays. So please,
I saw a soul charge in Sehabi's
continue to
game.
play at a steady pace. Thank you.
What you think? What do you think of this matchup?
Well, as we were talking about before, Pat and Daniel were talking about how Mermillons just seem like they completely overrun
Bujins.
right that deck. I just
Alright.
haven't seen Bujin up top for a while now, so I just kind of forgot it was a thing.
You know, I don't know if I
The-
like Sehabi's
Did you
first
like the
turn play.
marksman?
I don't
I
think
went
so
on for
because
Dragoons because he has Spear Set, right?
He also has a soul charge in his hand. I feel like
he does have a soul charge in his hand, but like the thing is, Jeff's deck is really good in a simplified game state where both players have only like 3 or 4 cards. Where Sehabi's deck needs like 5
lot
or
of
6.
cards.
Yeah, he would much prefer to have like a bunch of cards. Where if Jeff has a bunch of cards, well, he's still just like sitting on a Yamato every turn. So
That
I would
makes
definitely
sense.
favor Sehabi to have like more cards. So the fact that he's trying to go like marksman right off the bat to simplify the game state, I don't think that's necessarily the right approach against Bujin. I think Dragoons might have been a better play.
Can you just
Oh, it wasn't a sphere.
It was a warning.
I saw the ulti and I assumed it was a sphere.
So what else does he have?
I know there's a control. Is that Mullen Glacier?
He doesn't have controller. Jeff Fiendish does.
Oh, he fiendish. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
I see Soul Charge.
I think I see MST. If that's the case, that's probably the card he just drew. Of course, he keeps the one card in his hand that I'm sure about on top. Oh, he's got double soul charge.
What's the monster? Is that a monster or is it just all spells and traps?
I think he's got at least one monster.
So what was there for damage? I missed that because Wally was up and about.
Sehabi took the 2004 warning.
Yeah, I got that.
I think that was it.
I don't think that's a Linde.
I don't think so either. Jeff's probably got a good idea that it might not be a Lindy too.
Yeah.
Because like, if it is a Lindy, why wouldn't he just go summon attack?
Is my mic turned on? It's on. Just put this closer to your mouth.
So that warning really hurt then. Well, kind of.
Yeah. Would it have been better for Jeff to attack first?
He did.
before-
Oh, I don't know if he attacked with. Did he attack with the 17?
Someone
before?
said he attacked Turtle attacked directly in Yamato over the Undyne.
So he would be lower than 6,000, right?
Yeah, I was asking life points. But
I'm not sure if he attacked or if
No,
he
he-
overlighted
he-
in main phase 1.
He definitely attacked over the Undyne. 'cause the
Okay, so
Undyne
if he
takes
attacked, then yeah.
what's Turtle's attack?
17, I think?
17, and then Yamato was at 19. So he would have
Yeah.
definitely took 700 Sehabi over the Undyne. and then
And turtle attack direct.
yeah. So I'm
Was turtle a beast word?
no.
Okay. What did you just take off duality?
Okay, he's at
What did you just take
37.
off duality?
He got Mikazuchi that he summoned. It was over Quillen, I think, and it was over Quillen and
We're at 36.
Chalice.
Uh,
Oh, he had the Dragoons in hand, maybe.
yeah. So Jeff just passed without attacking. And, you know, that's the thing is I really think Jeff should have known that it wasn't on Lindy. Because there's no reason Sehabi wouldn't just go summon attack for 15 if it were.
That's what I was thinking also.
And it seems like Sehabi was trying to get him and it worked.
He's gonna summon controller. Attempt for a Black Rose play.
That would be really strong with the soul charge.
Oh no, he's doing that first this time.
I don't know what else he has in his hand other than a second soul charge.
See, what caused the hobby game last time was he activated Sphere and went for a Black Rose play before Soul Charge. And that cost him the game, because Jeff ended up Phoenix Chaining the Black Rose and the Soul Charge was dead. So he might be trying to play around that this time by Soul Charging first.
Engineer in defense. Well, that's a little weird.
I was about to say, yeah.
I
Oh,
think
there's-
he's got mind control.
But there's a turtle.
Now, do you think Sehabi just forgot there was a turtle?
He may have just forgotten and just didn't check. Because
You know, why would Sehabi not play mind control before, like when he flips
Soul
Dragoons?
Charge?
Yeah, why would
Yeah.
he not go mind control first? That looks like it might just have been a mistake for Sehabi.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
if there was no follow-up play, it definitely was a mistake.
Official in 3 minutes and 13 seconds.
Putting Engineer in defense.
See, with that mind control now, what he just did was also made Bujin Carnation live.
Yeah, just like all in one blow.
Yeah. Well, he could have made it live with hair regardless, but like,
It wouldn't have been as good.
yeah.
I also don't think Sehabi should have put Engineer in defense because now,
He could just run it over.
yeah, he can just run it over here. Where, especially if he keeps on attacking, then he has bottomless. Which he could hair that, but then it forces him to have to use the hair.
Jeff might have Harume actually.
And it's also just like possible that Jeff wouldn't have something to summon to be able to run over it, so he might even not have to use bottomless. But I think Sehabi definitely should have put it in attack mode to not just lose the Engineer here. And he spent 2,000 on it for no reason when he was just gonna like have it be run over, and then his Dragoons is just gonna stay regardless.
Yep.
Alright, so Jeff's looking at his extra deck, so he almost certainly has
You know how Sehabi had two opening
Soul Charges?
Soul Charges? Assuming that he did not know that Jeff had a Phoenix Chain, would you have maybe dumped the Pike and Soul Charged it back to dump the Dragoons?
dump Pike first turn.
Yeah, and then just go Soul Charge it back.
That seems like a really...
Because he had the second Soul Charge, and that would have set up his grave, and he would have searched possibly another Undyne or even Gunday Megalo.
The fact that he played Jeff yesterday, he knows he plays Phoenix Chain. It makes it really awkward first turn. Like, if it is the Phoenix Chain and then it gets stopped,
Yeah.
it's awkward for a turn. Then
His grave still would be more set up for a second Soul
his
Charge.
grave would be really set up, but I think the thing about Bujin is Bujin's main win condition, I feel like, is just off damage. I feel like if most games go long enough, Bujin will probably lose if there were an unlimited number of life points.
That is true.
And we're just going off of like card advantage, and I feel like it's a battle to like see if you can overcome all of like their defenses before they just like win off of damage, and with the doing the soul charge the first turn and then getting Fiendish Chain and then having to do a bigger soul charge the next turn, it seems like it could leave him really open to just like losing the game, even if he's winning a card advantage, just because
That is true.
he might just die.
So Fiendish Chain stopping the engineer anyways.
And Jeff main decks Forbidden Chalice also. It was off his duality reveal.
One of the big things that Chalice does for the Bujin
What is
deck
that?
is it actually does help in the Gear matchup because it helps you get over the set armors.
Yeah.
Because that is one thing that they have for the longest time have had big trouble getting over.
And you think that's why Jeff put in Chalice?
I think that's a part of the reason. The other reason is that it's for Bujins, it's a little quicker than Breakthrough Skill. You can play it the immediate turn that you get it.
Yeah, I've main decked 2 Chalice this weekend as well, but my reason was just for the artifacts, because I kept losing to things like go summon Curryman and they flip Sanctum, and then I just take like a bunch of damage.
Absolutely.
I needed something immediately, and I didn't really have a turn to just like draw Breakthrough, set it, and then just take a bunch of damage, and the next turn have the Breakthrough for Sanctum, but then still just like I would almost certainly just die next turn after that if you have to wait a turn. So I do think Chalice is better.
It also helps with the 28 barrier cap sometimes.
But really, I think Geargias are doing better this weekend than certainly I would have thought.
That's really powerful.
That is really
Especially
good, because if that's a
day.
win,
It's a good.
that can't be good for Sehabi. See, yeah, now he's at 1,400. This game looks heavily in Jeff's favor.
Absolutely.
I think I saw MST in Sahabi's hand, but thinking about it, he probably doesn't have it because when Jeff flipped the Fiendish Chain 2 turns ago on the Engineer, he didn't think about stopping it. So I probably just didn't see it right.
That might just probably be game. If the Yamato resolves. Oh, he's searching Harume. He's just going for game this turn.
He has Dark Hole in hand as well. So Jeff has just a lot of answers.
Well, his field is clogged right now, so.
You think Jeff just attacks here? Or do you think he...
I'm not sure.
I don't particularly see the reason to overlay at this point.
Knowing,
well, I say that, but there he
knowing,
goes.
I think one of the big things is since they played yesterday, Jeff probably has like a decent idea of what Sehabi plays and like what kind of cards he would stop his plays with. Now a lot of Mermils play things like Lance, I guess, so he could theoretically Lance to stay alive.
I believe he also has the Buj Incarnation in hand as well.
But his back rows are clogged. So
They are. I keep saying that, and I keep forgetting that he has 5 here already.
Attention, Yu-Gi-Oh! State's top 8.
That Heartline Draco would have been really strong, especially since you wouldn't be able to attack it.
Lex Wingate, Sean Munn, Andrew Pollard, Rossi Elkin, James Frazier, Darrell Lewis.
Alright, so Jeff has another Coliseum in hand. He's got the Dark Hole and the Carnation.
Congratulations to our top 8.
I,
Ohio State champion players.
I would
Your pairings for
kind
your
of think he
top
maybe
8
should have just
are
made
now
the.
being posted.
I don't.
Please
What's the
find and
Bujin
find
exceed?
seats
I don't know what
with
it's
your
called.
cards. You will begin in just
Susano?
Yeah,
30
because
minutes.
then he still has
Hair.
hair in the grave. Yeah, and Jeff's not like on any kind of clock. He could have just gone attack over.
Oh. That might just. Jeff did normal, so if he has a monster.
I don't think he does have a monster.
He has. Oh yeah, and the opponent has to have a monster for Carnation. So.
Yeah.
I
almost
definitely
think-
would have Susaned.
You know, Sehabi's got to know that if he puts a monster on board here, then he's
Is that
gonna.
a Mulling Glacier?
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
I was
that's a-
correct. Yep.
It's actually really powerful right now.
He's got to know that he has the Carnation in hand, right? But Jeff being forced to torrential here is
So if
pretty
he
good for
misses
Sehabi.
the Carnation.
Dark Hole. That's one of the better ones. And needs to hit the Carnation. Policy.
The
All
thing
right,
is,
so
he's forced to set a monster to try to, unless there are spheres.
and as soon as he does, Jeff's gonna win the game almost. Hey, actually, I think even if Sehabi has a monster here, he shouldn't set it because he knows that Jeff doesn't have another monster from last turn, or he would have just summoned it. And
Just risk him drawing the monster.
yeah, like you would have to assume he has Carnation right now. So I would definitely not put a monster on board.
There's a title. So it's kind of unfortunate that Sehabi drew all the one-ofs in his deck and no discard outlet. Gunday, Dragoons, and Mulling Glacier.
I really hope Sehabi has a way to stop this.
He's already wasted the bottom, wasted the
Yeah.
torrential. He can't warning.
Maybe he's got.
Oh, that's powerful.
I don't know. Yeah, I just can't help but think that Sehabi should not have put a monster on board.
What's the text on Mulling Glacier again?
Oh,
What, you
yeah,
said
attack
your
during
next
the-
battle phase, or is it the next turn's battle
Next
phase?
turn's battle phase.
Okay. So like, Sehabi's back rows definitely aren't spheres.
The breakthrough doesn't matter here because the quill and pop, unless that's a Fiendish Chain or
Yep.
something.
Yeah.
It was the soul charge. So, unfortunate for Sehabi, but Jeff pulling that out. We're about to go into game 2 here. Real quick, we're just going to cut to a 90-second commercial break. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. Be right back. All right, we're about to get back in this nonsense.
I barely go there.
Can I get that? No.
Holman is getting savage for whatever money he just owns now. Can I do
Ship it.
Can I do commentary?
Do you want to do commentary? Hop over.
Oh, here comes Ned Salkovich.
Gonna pop Ned in place of me.
All right, so starting off with Pike discard lead. Everybody's always been a bigger fan of lead in Mermills than I have.
You didn't like it?
I never liked it.
What game is it right now?
Game 2. Jeff Jones got game 1.
Oh yeah, this guy beat me in top 32.
Sahabi?
He's going to Worlds.
Yeah, he told me. He knew
Sehabi's either 3rd or 4th top.
It's his 4th. No, it's his 5th actually.
This is 5th?
Yeah.
He topped Toronto. He topped Nationals. He topped this one. What else?
He didn't tell me. He just said this is 5th. Like I told him it's my 4th, and then he told me, oh, I have one more.
I remember him topping with Infernity before.
Yeah, he topped Atlanta actually.
Yeah.
You're right, he did. This is at least his 4th.
Yeah.
I just checked on the list real quick to see. And maybe we just have him down wrong, but I didn't see him at 4 before this. But we probably just missed one. That happens a lot of the time.
Is my name finally up on it?
And this is your 4th one?
Yes.
Probably after this weekend.
Yeah.
And it's not updated to this weekend yet.
Do you actually do that on your own, or like?
Nah, I have a friend who does it.
Okay.
I was about to say, that's a lot of work to keep track of everything.
Yeah, it's a lot of work for him.
Yeah. It's so cool though, just like see who's like doing well and who's like progressing.
Yeah, I think it is really cool. I'm glad we have it. Shows a lot of the game's history. This is Jeff's 12th top.
Oh my
12?
gosh.
2 wins, really impressive.
Yeah.
Possibly a third.
Yeah. He is a grand total of 5 games away from a third win.
That is true.
Ooh. And that 5K, what is it, 6,000 for first place?
5,000.
It's 5,000.
5,000 in a fight.
That's juice. Cali, anyone?
Absolutely.
What'd you say?
Cali, anyone?
Cali? I'm California.
Yeah. Well, we have to find your state. It's expensive.
That is, yeah, living cost is definitely.
All right.
Guys should
So
definitely
he
come
went
to
Tejas
Anaheim.
discard gun, get back the lead, but Jeff had Maxi.
So,
Can't crane that. So he has to have the one honest. That's actually really good. The book. Because lead's only 1,000 defense.
he suicide with the turtle.
Yeah, he just suicided. He tried to attack with the lead and he booked it, and then he suicided with the lead, or with the Tejas.
So he's just going to push for damage.
Yeah. He went. You guys put 1 o'clock. I was gonna say, wouldn't your mile just be like slightly better here, just like get Seb going?
Well, he's
Yeah, he's
probably
just gonna
reading
exceed.
Soul Charge again.
Oh, that happened the first game, or like?
Yeah, well, this is the second time Jeff has played Sehabi. Because they played in Swiss also.
Okay. And now they know each other's deck list now, right?
I don't know about that one, but they know fairly well a certain
They have
amount
a
of
good
cards.
idea, at
Yeah.
least.
No questions asked. Please bring up to Scorpio Stable. Thank you.
Yeah, he detached turtle.
Yeah. He did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he detached.
He
turtle,
detached
send
turtle to send hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really short clock for Sehabi.
Yeah.
Jeff has like another Maxi here. Sehabi would be in a really bad shape.
Wait, does he really?
I don't know. I'm saying if he does. If he doesn't, Soul Charge would be really, really strong.
Yeah.
And he searched another pike.
So
And
he does. He does have
have
the soul charge.
Yeah.
So.
So So I guess he just has to hope that he doesn't have Maxi. Jeff said sure right off the bat. I wonder if he's trying to get him to like get
like
target
a
more.
lot, and then
Yeah,
just,
and then just Maxi.
and he'll just attack over everything with Susan.
Yeah. Picked up his hand. Does he have it?
We find out.
See, what he could do is like he could like make Dweller.
So Soul Charge.
He could make Dweller and then make Big Eye.
Was that Soul Charge for 5?
It was Soul Charge for 5.
So is that 8, not 8.
And he'll have like Engineer.
So I guess he has a level 4 in his hand.
So it's probably.
Definitely needs to be Engineer involved in here, or else
Well-
he might just die being at
Well,
800.
actually, I would probably go Levier.
Why Levier?
You might
Because
not
it
play
plays
it.
around Carnation. Because if he goes, because he searched Pike, he can make Dweller, and then he can make Big Eye. And he would take his thing, and then he would Levier back his only Abujin Carnation.
There's a good chance he doesn't play Levier. I know I never played it in
So
real.
is this good Dweller Big Eye here? R.
Oh, he could bait it out that way too, but wouldn't the Dweller have just been better?
Probably.
Yeah, because they'd be protected by the Engineer. Well, I don't know. This way he gets to make Gaios. But then if Jeff just goes summon a monster, I don't know that Sehabi really has a way to play around Crane. If he does, this might be better. I don't know all the cards in Sahabi's hand.
Well,
But if he doesn't have a way to play around Crane next turn,
well, Pike, great. So
Yeah, one's a Pike and one's a Controller.
So that means he can.
Because he summoned Undyne and he searched Pike off
he just summoned Pike.
Teus.
He just summoned Pike to make the 1-0.
Oh yeah, he did. So he has
Oh, so-
Controller and one unknown.
So then he's at 18 then.
No, he still did it for 5. He got 1 level 4 back to 2 level 3s and then 2 level 7s, and he just overlaid the 3s before he summoned the Pike.
So Big Eye's. With a Big Eye.
Is he just praying for no Carnation here?
He also does he have all those of Crane now too?
I don't know if he has a way of playing around it.
But like this way he doesn't auto.
Jeff
Alright, well,
Jones.
he does have Carnation.
And bottomless.
Wow.
That
Oh,
hurt.
he did have an out.
That
Wow.
hurts.
Okay.
That hurts.
Still, if Jeff has another monster here, he's still got the Crane in his hand.
That he has another monster.
Well, it doesn't.
Oh, he has a second Carnation too.
He can only. How many can you activate?
You can activate as many as you want.
Really?
I believe so.
It would probably make sense too, because I think the only restriction is that your opponent has to have a monster and you have to have no monster. So if you play the first, you probably just can't play a second.
Yeah. Does he have another Bujin in the grave? Or those the turtle and the hair are the only two?
With all the players in the winner box score competition, please. With all players in the winner box.
That's pretty fortunate for Sehabi, because if he if this had been a Yamato instead, he's gonna Engineer, and then next turn he can't. If he had Yamato, he could have put another turtle in the graveyard, and then he wouldn't have had a way to get over the Crane.
Maybe he can only activate it. Or maybe he doesn't have another Bujin in grave.
Yeah. Wait.
So now I guess he's just gonna Big Eye, and is that enough for game? It's 21. How much attack does Quillen have? 16?
39,
It's 34.
49,
It's 34 plus 24.
54 plus
It's 58.
78.
It's 78?
Because he has a 101.
Oh, yeah. Oh, into the 101. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it looks like Sehabi's just going to attack for game this turn.
Air Force.
That's a Carnation set.
Yeah.
All right, it's a 1-1. Yeah, I think Sehabi's play was better with the Dweller since he did have an out for the monster. Do we know what card Jeff drew the last turn?
It might have been a second Carnation.
There's no way for Sehabi to know, right? There was no way for Sehabi to have known if Jeff would have played the card that he drew, right?
Yeah, no.
I guess at the end of the game, Sehabi can know that, all right, even if he hadn't set the Carnation, Sehabi would know that he didn't have a second crane in hand.
Yep.
Or else he would have just craned over the big eye and still had a second crane. I think Mermail is a really good going second deck. Yeah. If hands weren't in the meta, they would probably be significantly stronger.
Or if Sanctum wasn't a card.
Yeah.
Marksmaning a Sanctum is just the worst.
Wall attack too. Oh,
Wall attack. It's just all bad.
Yeah.
Ignition, not much good.
Ignition's crazy.
And it's like, sometimes you target their Traptic Soul Nightmare too. Just the worst.
Nightmare is insane against Mermails.
You can't play around it with Teus.
Yeah, how many hats do you think he played? That seems like a abysmal matchup.
I don't know. A couple of the Europeans were saying they actually like the matchup.
What? Really?
The Mermail versus the Hat matchup, because they're saying they can outgrind that deck.
I think Europeans just like Mermails a little more than they should.
But Jeff went first, right?
Yeah. You start with Yamato to send the hair.
Oh, that's really powerful.
So his controller TS.
Allure is the best card when it works. It really is.
Yeah.
Is that Teus?
I think it's
oh, wow.
It is. Looks like Sehabi could have a really strong hand here. This is what I was talking about before the match, where he's starting with Teus Dragoons. Like, he could just easily overwhelm Jeff here. That seems like it would be a really common thing in this matchup, and that looks how this game 3 might go. The fact that the cool thing about Mermails is they're really good at going second, because if your opponent only starts with 5 cards and you start with 6, and you do something as simple as like
Undyne.
Undyne for a +1, or just go Pike, discard Marksman for a +1, you're just so far ahead in the game.
And then even if you're going first, if your opponent like makes you go first, your Sphere dumping a Marksman or something will still even out into you plussing with the Undyne later too.
You know, I wonder if I might just choose to go second with Mermails every single time.
Yeah. Nazar actually did that. He offers, like, he plays Dragons, and he just tells the opponent, like, you can go second, or if you're willing to die, if you go first, and you just let him go first automatically.
Yeah, actually, some people on my table just said, I don't even want to die roll. Do you want to go first? They just asked his opponent that.
Like, it's crazy. Like, a lot of people just feel like going first is the best thing.
Yep.
Wow, he just got Megalo, so Javi.
Well, he has an infantry.
A strong hand here.
Yeah.
Infantry and Lin.
Yeah, that's really
Right.
powerful.
Chilling. No, no. That doesn't matter.
Very strong opening for Sehabi.
I'm getting the last one.
If Jeff has a Carnation, this could go pretty well for him, I guess.
I mean, Jeff's also
See,
gonna, like,
if he doesn't, is he using hair on infantry?
I guess it depends if he has Crane.
Because if he uses hair, then Sehabi would just make Big Eye to play around Carnation.
Yeah.
And then if he doesn't, then Jeff Jones' possible Carnation hand still wouldn't be live. So either way,
But is Jeff in just a bad enough position that he should use the hair
Wait.
if he
I
does
thought
have
you-
Carnation, so that he has to hope that Sehabi messes up and doesn't make Big Eye? Because
that could be.
he might just
He might be
have
stuck
to
with a
acknowledge
handful of
that,
monsters.
yeah, he might just have to acknowledge that, like, he's not winning and he needs some things to go right, and it needs to start with Sehabi not making Big Eye. But if he doesn't have Carnation, none of that matters. So that only matters if Jeff has Carnation. So what do you think Sehabi does here?
The attack first?
no. I think he's just gonna go.
Yeah, he'll probably
go
just
for
do more
Gaios.
damage.
Yeah.
Is Dragossack better than Gaius here? What does Gaius really do in this matchup?
It just stops like the one stops Susano. Like he has Buja Carnation, there's auto outs unless he has a Crane.
That's debatable. Because, well, if he has Susan, he's getting over and Crane it already in hand. He could just attack tokens, then just Crane over Dragossack.
Yeah.
If Jeff has Crane in hand, he might just want to let Sehabi do whatever he wants to do and then just Crane over whatever else.
Oh, he has Soul Charge too?
Oh shit.
This is about to get crazy.
Oh, Mowgli's.
Wow.
Don't hit Buja.
I'm surprised he really kept that in.
He
Going for the
he likes
bluffs.
to quite a lot. Oh wow.
Wow.
And he's got 2 traps, it looks like.
Yeah.
It's looking really bad for Jeff.
Spear.
Does he?
Alright,
he
so the
keep
other
in
card's
lead?
got to be defensive so that he could, like, stop the... I don't know.
This might just be game.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a spear.
Is that Quillen?
Yeah.
Alright, that's got to be one of the better cards for Jeff to have had there.
That's not that bad actually, because he can pop move list and give himself turns.
Yeah. Can't attack.
Yeah. But that's
And
fear.
the fact that Jeff didn't set a monster last turn probably means he has one.
That's actually that's a waste of playing arrows.
That really sucks. He's just bluffing out honest now.
Crane's...
Why wouldn't he just pop here?
Is Crane a Beast Warrior?
No. You can't Crane. The only things you can Crane in the deck is Susan, Mikazuchi, and Yamato.
I have to read the types every
And
time I play
I
against
think
this
you
deck.
might be able to do it on Harume. I'm not 100% positive on that.
Why wouldn't the pop? He just pop here.
He
Like-
can't pop. Quillen is not.
that's
it's only
why.
a Beast Warrior.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I asked.
I thought if Jeff had a Mikazuchi or something, he would have been good, but
I mean, it looks like he's going to try and... I mean, Sahabi is going to attack. He can't not. And then,
Risk
because
of
even if
Susan.
it's not an honest, or let's say even if it is an honest, he just literally goes summon honest, makes an Exciton. So it would just be better to attack, or just
Now he
soul
just
charge for the
makes the
blowout.
last card.
Yeah, just soul charge for the absolute blowout.
So he could get back Dragoons, get back 2 level 7s, and just nick a card, Big Eye, take it, and then dump title.
He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
All right, so if Sehabi hadn't drawn soul charge, he would have had to attack anyway.
Wow.
Last card's max.
Good bluff by Jeff. I think I would have just risked it and attacked.
I might have gone for the blowout.
All right, see you next time, Phil. Yep.
I guess it depends what Sahabi's last card is, but like, if he goes attack and it is honest, then he passes. If Sehabi draws a level 4, he can make Exciton.
What happened to his
He leaded the card Jeff drew.
No, what happened to the crane?
He.
Oh, Draco sacked it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will he take for damage?
But then, so like I was saying,
He soul charged that.
if he just attacked and it
soul
was
charged
honest,
for
and then
Draco.
Jeff drew a level 4 and he makes Exciton, blows up the field,
What happened?
and Sehabi still has the soul
Soul
charge.
charge, yep.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I guess either way, Sehabi can't end the game this turn because soul charge won't let him attack, or just attacking and it not being honest isn't enough damage.
Well, if it wasn't honest, he could just attack directly with. I don't think that's at the